Hello everyone, I'm back, your boy Legend Rooney with another Art of Conquest movie. And today I would like to talk about how to progress through the game, how is the best to invest your resources without investing a lot of money, or even if you want to be a free to play. And I also would like to talk about the academy and some advices I would like to give you as a human race. So, before anything, I want to start with some replays. I have attacked someone and I would like to show you how is the best way to defeat full gold defenses. I did have a bit of losses considering I have 91% injury rate. Still eludes me. How did I lose an archer and few swordsmen? But anyway, so that's me. This is the opponent. Now let's watch the replay. As you can see, the worst thing it was for me, he had 4 groups of Templars. Those Templars hitting swordsmen, it's very painful, even if they are lower level. But as you can see, archers from behind with swordsmen in the front, it's complete destruction. I lost Avalon there. So yeah, catapults in the back, doing a very good job. There it is. Full gold defense. You have to take it in consideration, it is lower level than my troops, but still. One advice and one mistake I've probably done in this was by using my gold archers. It's best when you attack garrison not to lose your gold army. It's very important that you try to focus as much as you can by taking down with either silver or bronze. They are much faster to heal, they are much less cost, easier to train, and so on. Now, as you can see, I'm level 32. I'm upgrading to level 33 castle. So this is the first piece of advice I'm giving to you, and probably is the best one. If you're at the beginning, especially if you're at the beginning, if you're up to, let's say, level 15 castle by now, my best advice I can give you is just focus 3, let's say 4 type of troops. For example, until I reached level 30, my siege weapons were level 3. Imagine all the time you have to invest in upgrading everything. For example, let's check my magic stream. It's level 5. I can probably upgrade it to level 10 if I want to. Then let's check the lumber mill. It's level 6. It used to be level 4. I just upgraded before the castle. So my best advice is just focus 3 or 4 troops and always think everything you are upgrading. For example, even my castle, my walls are a very low level. They are level 12. I can upgrade them to level 13. And I'm level 32 castle. So you can see here my warehouse is level 6. My residence is not aside. Even my cathedral, I skipped it. Now the reason I skipped the cathedral is because I don't find silver healers as good as they used to be. but the gold ones, they seems to be very powerful, especially if your opponents are leech. If your opponents are leech, my advice is, or if you have a lot of opponents in your server that are leech, my advice is to have at least two groups of saints, which are the gold heroes from the humans. So just focusing a few troops, you save a lot of time, but not upgrading everything else. So spending all the time in upgrading just few buildings and progressing to your castle level as fast as you can. At some point in the game, you get in front of everyone. Let's say you reach level castle 27 when others barely reach castle level 25. At that point you have level 9 troops when others are still fighting with level 8. So at that point you are ahead of everyone, and that matters. Upgrades and everything. The second thing I was talking about is research. Now, as you can see, this is my research. On research is the same thing. It's best that you do your main focus on 2 units. The main focus should be on only 2 units because of the resources that you need to upgrade, and wood and gold, especially wood, because you need wood to upgrade your buildings. So if you just focus 2 troops, now I'm gonna try to break it down to you. Archers are the best DPS unit the humans have. They are literally awesome. Very good DPS unit. Lancers, they are very good all around unit. Lancers, Crusaders and Templars. They are a very good all around unit. Spearmen, they are very good to counter cavalry, which you already know, and they are very good to counter leech. If I would be to fight leech army, or if I know that the player who I'm fighting with, it has leech army, I would use 4 groups of hoplites, or I would skip centurion, 4 group of hoplites in the front. The scorpions will go down faster than you could ever think. But the second thing you have to use is Vega, Favor of the Sun God, to keep them alive. So archers, max focus on them. This is my best advice. The footman, or let's say swordsman. Swordsman and legionnaire, as you can saw in the replay I just show you later in the game, that have a very high role by taking down garrison and very strong defenses because of this reinforced shield. They block 50% damage with their shield, so everything that is ranged, including the dwarf units or any other ranged unit, they take 50% less damage. And if you have Vega and use Favor of the Sun God, they are literally unstoppable and you can't kill them. And you have catapults in the back, as you saw in the video, and you take down defenses just like that. But then again, it's all very important to think about it resource wise, because you might think, oh, it's only 10,000 wood there, it's only 7,000 gold there, but it all adds up. So it's very important that you progress with the units you feel comfortable with, you like using with, you found the best strategy that it's all around with, and you focus those units. Now, in order to get as far as I did, without spending money, and believe it or not, I did not buy resources, is by plundering a lot. If you're at the beginning in the server, especially at the beginning, player defenses are very low. So if you focus on plundering a lot, and you have time to play and plunder a lot, then you'll progress very fast and you will have resources to upgrade and train. And the most important is fill up your garrison. If you make a lot of resources when you are low level, they don't cost that much, and the training time is not as high, so you can basically upgrade your garrison. As you can see mine, it looks pretty nice. Now, archers, centurions. Now, the best advice I could give you is this. If you're still at the start of the beginning in a server, fill up your garrison with as much gold as you can. Later on, you only have to upgrade it. To train a Templar right now, it's close to 6 hours. To train a Templar at level 6, it's probably around 2 hours if I'm correctly. So that's a high difference between them, and especially that people have resources. Right now, in my server, there's literally no one to plunder. Now, enough with all the boring talking, and let's watch my defense in action. So this is my defense. 3 injuries. You never lose your garrison. This is the best part of everything. All you get is injury. So there's nothing wrong in having a very good garrison. And this is the one that attacked me. I wouldn't lose anything, but because he had those centurion and some hoplites, those really damage 3 Templars. But the only good thing about Templars, which is same as Legionnaire, they have the Warrior's Pride. They have the Warrior's Pride, and that is very, very nice. So, what else I can tell you? What I also advise you, if you do spend some money, never rush to buy something from the shop. You can always wait until you get a very good offer, 50% or 70% off. I have a lot of gold army, as you can see, but I all bought it with very low and very minimum amount of Linari spent. Believe it or not, they were all 70%. For the level 12 Necrolite, I spent 2000 Linari, which if you buy the Patreon, you can get those Linari in 20 days by saving up. Where you save up even more and maybe buy some Legionnaires with 3000 Linari or something. So it's all about resource management. And yes, if you didn't see it, this is the angel. This is the stats of level 9. I'm not very happy with the angel, with the space it takes and his abilities. The other one, if you are prince, is Seraph. It has a resurrection ability which might actually mean something, but still it takes a lot of space to drop. So I only use it in cave and ruins. I hope this was very helpful. If you have anything, please drop a comment below. I will try to reply and I will try to help as best as I can. And now I'm gonna show you some army compositions. So my first formation My first formation is basically the Plundering resources formation. With this army, I just plunder resources when there is no garrison, or when there is nothing left that could harm my troops. Then I have the second formation. This type of formation that I'm showing you right now, it would be the formation I would use versus a Lich army. But you can switch this around a little bit. And this is how you can switch it around. Or this would be the best setup I would use versus a Lich. Now let's imagine the Necrolith are saints, are healers. So this would be the setup I would use versus a Lich. And starting with Vega, Favor of the Sun God. And obviously all your heroes will be here in the middle. With this setup, if you're fighting a Lich same level as you, I would say you have a more than 90%, 90 of winning. But you need Vega, Favor of the Sun God, so you keep your spearman alive, and also transform these troops into at least silver ones, not bronze ones. Don't expect to fight off a Lich with bronze. This setup can also be a very good setup on taking down defenses, but the one with the swordsman at the moment, it seems to be the best one. Now I'm going to build a setup that I use in PvP, player versus player, or in duels. Now I need swordsman, hoplits. The reason of the hoplits on the side is you don't want cavalry or hussars or whatever only your units that flank, you don't want them to get your archers. That would be very dangerous. Archers in the middle, if there is cavalry that will charge to the middle, will damage your swordsmen really bad, but the gold archers will do tremendous amount of damage and they will take them down very quickly. Also, the hoplites have a new research ability. When they stun a target, when they throw their spear, the target will take 30% more damage. On the side, it's best that you have your melee heroes, and by melee heroes I'm referring that heroes that get into the front, get in to the main battle. If you put them on the side, they have a higher chance of surviving, because if you didn't know, for example, Avalon, which boosts your archers and all the human troops, if he dies, those aura, they go away. So it's very important also to keep your heroes alive. So this is my PvP setup. Obviously all the heroes dropped, and this would be my PvP setup. This is how I fight human armies. If I'm fighting dwarf army, this would be the setup that I'm using. but with not as many archers. I would put another round of cavalry in the back, maybe even two. So that would make like 7 waves of Crusader and Templars, and rest archers. This is how I will fight a Darth army, and it works every single time. The reason why is because Darth don't have anything that does very good damage against large units like Crusader or Templars. They only have the shooters, but the Templars and the Crusaders, they deal with the engineers, which they usually put them in the front, or the match suite. They deal very rapidly. The riflemen, they will probably take out a few of your cavalry, but you will win, which is the most important thing. So now I also give you some PvP setups, how to take down the walls. Let's go back to research a little bit. Another advice I would give you, as you all know, the gold capacity is limited. So this is why advice is very important. Centurions, they are frontline units. They have nice stats, it's true, but they are frontline units. That means they have a high chance of dying. Keep training gold units. Spending a lot of resources is not something you want. Silver troops, they are about 4 times cheaper, if not more, than a gold unit. And let's check. As you can see, a hoplite is 35 mithril, a centurion is 154 mithrils. That's about 4 times more as a gold unit. So it's best as gold troops if you focus on those that are behind, and they are usually on the safe spots, like archers. Not sure about to say about catapults. Templars, if you want to train Templars for the front, Templars become very viable and very good around level 8. After level 8. And the reason I'm telling you that, it's simply because of the health bonuses. Increase the hit points. So the reason why my phone is sorry for interrupting that, but my phone went down. My phone is not with me today. So let's get back to what we were talking about. The reason I'm saying level 8 on Templars is because the hit points bonuses. Okay, so let's say a level 1 Templar. It has 8,800 health with all the bonuses from the upgrades. Now imagine a level 8 Templars. And level 8 Templar with his base hit points and all the percentage bonuses. That is another different story. That it means it has a less chance of dying. Right now, I would say is a Templar at level 1 or until level 8 they are very squishy. But it also depends how your server evolves, which is the highest players on the server and all that. So this is my advice. Archers, very good. I would advise at least two groups, regardless of the level. Always have 2 groups of gold archers, even if they are expensive. And if you know you have a lot of lich players in your server, 2 groups of saints, priestess, the gold ones. This is a must-have. I hope this was very helpful. If there is anything, drop a comment. If you like it, drop a like. If you would like to see more of this, please subscribe. Until next time, your boy Legend Rooney. Peace out.